and welcome to SmackDown, live here in San Antonio, Texas, in which we're kicking off the show with the WWE champion, Cody Rhodes, fresh after defeating Andrade at Backlash in one hell of a main event for the title. And Andrade gave it his all. He pushed Cody Rhodes to his limits, but in the end, the American Nightmare came out on top and is still the undisputed WWE champion. And what a crowd serenading Cody Rhodes as always, as he fresh, like I said, is defending that title for the first time after winning it at WrestleMania against Roman Reigns. And what I believe, Cody Rhodes is going to grab a microphone and talk about what's up next, and what is up next is Saturday night's main event, and then King and Queen of the Ring will be after Saturday night's main event. So a busy schedule for the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, title defenses and challengers coming up for him, and that is what's at stake. Well, that is what's being the champion's about, as Cody Rhodes knows that this is what he signed up for. He wanted to be a fighting champion, a champion the crowd could be proud of, the defeating Roman Reigns, the man who wasn't around that often. Well, Cody Rhodes looks like he's going to be well on his way to being the champion he promised he was going to be. Let's find out what Cody Rhodes is going to say here tonight. And well, ladies and gentlemen, here tonight in San Antonio, Texas, what do you want to talk about? And what I want to talk about is Backlash, what a night that was, what a match it was with Andrade. He brought his best to me, and I managed to overcome it slightly. And I just want to give props to Andrade for that great match. And with Andrade, I hope to see you at the mountaintop one day again, and we can, well, maybe cross paths sometime soon again when you earn another opportunity at my Undisputed Championship. But I proved at Backlash that I am worthy of this championship, and I'm going to be the fighting champion you people need. And what I want to also talk about is, well, Saturday's main event is tomorrow, and I don't have an opponent, so let's talk about who I want to face at Saturday's main event. And well, it's someone we haven't seen since defeating Roman Reigns and becoming the tribal chief. And that's where you can see Cody Rhodes limbering up in the ring in Solo Sikoa, who is the tribal chief. I can tell by the Ula follow around it, like he defeated Roman Reigns in one hell of a Hell in a Cell match to win the Ula follow, flanked by Jacob Fatu here tonight. And well, Solo looks like he means business here. So like I said, Solo is the tribal chief, so maybe what Solo now wants is a gold to go around the waist as well as being the tribal chief, as he was bestowed it by The Rock, but had to defeat Roman Reigns for it, and did so in, like I said, one hell of a match at Bad Blood. I recommend you go back and check that out. It was to see how Sikoa became the tribal chief. I see, backed by The Rock, Jacob Fatu, Tongaloa and Tamatonga as well. Sikoa has the backing of the family. Well, let's see what Sikoa is here for here tonight. Solo, before you speak, just be very clear what you want here, because not only now you're wasting their time, but you're wasting my time, because I was about to be done. So just get on with it, will you? Well, Cody, I came out here to actually say congratulations on finishing the story. You did it. You beat Roman Reigns, you became undisputed WWE champion. You're on top of the industry, where Roman Reigns is laying somewhere on the island of irrelevancy, just on his own, basically. But before we get too carried away with the celebrations, let's not forget, you didn't do this alone. You see, you probably should send a fruit basket to Jacob Fatu, maybe even two, or for taking out poor Heyman, the other for tearing through the so-called wise man's last ounce of strategy. And hey, don't forget about me. Ring any bells? I'm the one who stepped up. I'm the one who beat Roman Reigns. I became tribal chief, decimating Reigns in that Hell in a Cell match, whilst you were out there dribbling about dusty roads and broken thrones. We were busy ripping apart the foundation Roman stood on. So Cody, you should be really thanking us right now, because when you pinned Roman at WrestleMania, you didn't beat a god. You beat a man who was already broken, courtesy of me, the Tribal Chief, and Jacob Fatu in the bloodline. Is that what you really came out here for? A thank you from me? If so, Jacob, sure, thank you. Solo, thank you for proving what I knew all along, that Roman Reigns needed an empire around him just to stay on the throne. But here's the difference between us, Solo. You beat Roman to where he would have followed to become Tribal Chief, but I beat Roman to end the reign and finish the story. You may call yourself Tribal Chief now, but I'm the champion. And while you and Jacob were busy tearing the bloodline apart from the inside, I walked through fire to finish the story. So if you're out here looking for gratitude, you got it. But if you're out here looking for what comes next, just know this time, I'm the one defending. Nah, Cody, I'm not here for fans. I'm out here for business. See, I heard you're looking for an opponent for Saturday night's main event. No clear challenger, no contender, no one left in line. So how about to show some gratitude, you give the opportunity to the man who helped you get that title in the first place. And you talk about finishing stories all the time, but why not let's start one, me v you, for the Undisputed Championship. Call it payback or call it what it really is. My shot for clearing the road, you walked down. Alright, you want a shot at a title? I'm feeling generous. You've got it. But tonight, in the main event, win your match first. And at Saturday's main event, no bloodline interference, okay? Just me and you to prove you actually are the Tribal Chief. And if not, and you decide to turn it down, then we know this is something that it really is. That you're not the Tribal Chief. You're out here cosplaying as Roman Reigns, the head of the table, Tribal Chief, all of it. But the truth is, without The Rock sticking his nose in their bloodline's business, you would still be a lackey to Roman Reigns. So if you want to prove you're more than a shadow, more than a replacement, then tonight's your chance. And at Saturday's main event, we'll find out if you're actually ready to stand on your own, or if you're just pretending to be something you're not. See you, hopefully, this Saturday Solo. And we'll continue in SmackDown here. It's Tiffy time for our opening matchup here, which Miss Money in the Bank, Tiffany Stratton, is in action. Just reminding everyone that she is Miss Money in the Bank and could cash in at any point.
Making her way to the ring from Pryor, Minnesota, Tiffany Stratton.
Obviously, Tiffany Stratton has all the way up until next WrestleMania to cash in that briefcase. She won it in a ladder match at WrestleMania, becoming Miss Money in the Bank. The sin that Bron Breakker became Mr. Money in the Bank. Those two are just lurking in the shadows, just keeping an eye out on the champions, and when they could cash in. Obviously, Tiffany Stratton will be cashing in on possibly Liv Morgan, who is currently the Women's World Heavyweight Champion, at some point soon in the future. Can you imagine that Liv Morgan along with the Judgment Day are keeping their eyes on this one here? But we're going to find out who Tiffany Stratton's facing in a matchup here tonight. In the opening battle of Monday Night Raw, we saw that competition between Cody Rhodes and Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. Let's see who Tiffany Stratton's taking on here on the opening bout of Friday Night SmackDown. And what taking on Miss Money in the Bank is going to be, let's find out, it's going to be, well, someone making their debut here on the main roster. And it's going to be someone who possibly is the future of WWE alongside Tiffany Stratton in Last Legend, making their debut here tonight. And we're no members of the Metaphor at ringside with her here tonight, but maybe they're looking to see how she can perform on her own here and see if she can hang with Miss Money in the Bank, Tiffany Stratton. She just beat the current Money in the Bank briefcase holder, then maybe a title opportunity is very close in the future of Last Legend here in WWE on the main roster. But first of all, she has to hold her own with Tiffany Stratton, is looking to just remind everyone why she is Miss Money in the Bank and why she is possibly the next future Women's World Heavyweight Champion. Well, let's get this matchup underway. It promises to be a great matchup between two of the future, well, WrestleMania main eventers possibly here in WWE. In Last Legend and Tiffany Stratton here in the opening battle of Friday Night SmackDown. These two are going to lock horns here Well, Tiffany Stratton usually is not beaten with a strength game, but last session obviously with the size advantage, will have the size, will have possibly the strength advantage on Tiffany Stratton here inside this ring. Stratton here in a side headlock hold by Last Legend. Also, she trained by Metaphor, but Tiffany Stratton pushes her off the ropes here, but caught, slips over the top. Last Legend pushes Tiffany Stratton away, and these two will even to start this one off, and Last Legend with some confidence, and Stratton with a kick there. Just reminding the young up-and-comer how to get distracted and stay focused in a match with these two exchanges some heavy blows there in the middle of the ring. Stratton now launched off the ropes. Stratton this time knee to the midsection, no. And Stratton here looking for a huge powerbomb, impressive there to Last Legend into a quick cover here. But Lash kicks out at 2 there. I think Stratton knew that wasn't enough to get the job done, but just wanted to test Last Legend tells it with the size advantage. Stratton has to keep moving, use her speed advantage and the athleticism advantage that she does have as a former gymnast. And Stratton now out there with a huge clothesline taking down Last Legend. And Stratton here looking to use that athleticism, looking to deliver a standing. Well, moves so here, but Last Legend out the way there. Would have done a research, would have been watching Stratton when she was down in NXT and up on the main roster, but there's a huge power of Legend now. Off the ropes there goes Lash with a huge splash and into the cover. Well, Stratton's at 2. Launches about 8 feet up in the air and all the weight dropped down in the midsection. There, Last Legend now sends Stratton at the ropes, so looks to get it this time with a scoop power slam there. He's looking to work on the back here, looking to drive with the wind out of the midsection. There's a smart game here from Last Legend. He's now looking to spin around here with a guillotine choke. Just helicopter spinning it around the ring. And Stratton could be out here. But Stratton keeps herself alive in this one. Well, an impressive showing from Last Legend so far in this one. Now with the control of the matchup here. As Legend drives it down there. And Stratton now looking to crawl into the corner, and whoa, Last Legend just showing that confidence she does have. You can't knock it. But she's unproven here on the main roster, and Stratton with a kick. And Stratton now flies over Tara on the sort of drop kick there. And Stratton again there with the double axe handle, looking to keep Last Legend down here. And Stratton now kick to the lower back here. And Stratton now this time returning to the wall, looking for the standing moonsault and gets it. And Stratton now to them in the rope here, looking for a combination here. Stratton now with a huge splash. And Stratton now into the pinfall. But Legend kicks out here. And well, Stratton just got a little bit frustrated in this one. She needs to just remain focused as he drives her down face first with a flatliner. And Stratton now looking to go out the legs, but there's a power of Lash Legend kicking it away out there. As Lash now back in control. Hoists up Stratton, Stratton no, turns her around with a DDT. And Stratton's now rolling in this one. This is a great match to kick off Friday Night SmackDown here tonight. And Stratton now in the corner. Legend fights out though. And Legend here with a huge forearm shot. And Stratton could be out cold after that with a bull hammer connected there. Shades away, Barrett there by Last Legend. And Stratton somehow gets the shoulder up there. Now Last Legend now turns it around, looking to use the power game once again. Hoists up Stratton and drops it down with the electric chair drop there. And Stratton now once again putting herself up into the corner here. Rocked and dazed from this matchup so far now, just looking for a BO throw. Just launches Stratton across the ring. And Stratton now hoisted up again and dropped down. But Stratton now, quick kick there to the top of the head, looking to regain control of this one. Stratton now flies in, drops it down there. Looking to work on the arm, tweak the arm there, now drop it down. Stratton now using her momentum here. And Stratton now just launching Lash Legend across the ring there. And the confidence starting to grow back into Tiffany Stratton here. And she's got Lash Legend down where she needs her here. And Stratton now might be thinking corkscrew Stratton bomb, send her into the corner here. But Lash Legend says not today. With the elbow there, Lash Legend now turns her around here, grabs her by the throat with a huge emphatic choke slam. in the middle of the ring here. But Stratton stays alive in this one, and Lash Legend now growing frustrated herself here. Just screaming at Charles Robinson, the experienced referee. Seeing it should have been a free count, and Stratton seizing the opportunity, looking to steal the victory, rolling up the up and comer. But Lash kicks out. But it's a little reminder there not to lose focus as Lash Legend now hoists her up here. And Legend now drops her down. Now to stomp it away in the midsection is Lash now. Looking to run up the ropes, looking for a huge splash for a second time, and Stratton is squashed there once again. So Stratton now kick to the midsection. Looking to fight back. Stratton now hoists her up, rolls her through, down into the corner. Going to the top rope now is Tiffany Stratton. Looking to fly here, looking for a picture perfect swanton bomb off the top. But Lash is still in this one. We're seeing a fantastic match prepared to kick off SmackDown. Both of these women showing what they're in the positions they are in. And Stratton now looking to fly into the corner, looking for the smash of a runner, and gets it. And Stratton now looking for the stomp. No one's there though. And Lash now fighting with a huge clothesline. Hooking around the neck there, taking Stratton down with her. As Lash is now in the corner with Stratton here. He's driving the boulders are like shoulders into the midsection, and now a huge shot to the back there. As Lash now sit him with the rope. There's some trash talking there to Stratton. Missing that she should be Miss Money in the Bank instead of Stratton. As Lash now looking to fly, kick to the face to Stratton, looking to fly in with a huge shoulder block. And Lash is now looking to maybe end this one here. Calling Stratton to her feet here. Looking to hoist her up here, looking to drop her down face first. In the middle of the ring. To put away Miss Money in the Bank and get a huge victory on the SmackDown debut. But Stratton shows what she is. Miss Money in the Bank and kicks out. Well, Lash can't believe it. The crowd trying to fight forever for showing appreciation for this one. And Lash now caught by Stratton. And Stratton now throwing everything she's got left in the tank here. Looking for a huge forearm, connects with it. Lash catches it for a second time though. Looking for a huge bull hammer. No one's home this time. Lash now drops down face first. And Stratton's looking to rally in this one here. Got the crowd behind her. Looking to keep her spot here on the main roster on SmackDown intact. Looking to drop down Lash Legend now. Down on the arm there. The crowd enjoying this one. Showing their appreciation for both women in this matchup here. And Stratton now looking to fly into the corner for a second time with a splash there. And Stratton now. So we're looking to put this one away here. Stratton now with Lash Legend up on her shoulder. And drops her down there, rolling through. And Stratton now might be thinking for the prettiest moonsault ever here. If she connects with it, it could be over. As Stratton now was sizing her up here, making sure Lash Legend's in position for the prettiest moonsault ever, but Lash out of the way. And Lash now looking for a choke slam. Stratton reverses it. And Stratton roll through. Alabama slam. Well, Stratton looking for it for a second time there. Well, looking for it for a second time here. Can she get with it this time? And Stratton now. Stratton just looking to keep Lash Legend down here. And Stratton now, what's she thinking there? Stratton now dropping it down face first again. But both of them are down here in the middle of the ring. Who's going to get back to their feet first will most likely get the victory. Stratton now getting back to her feet. I think Stratton might be thinking about looking to go big here to put Lash Legend away here. Looking to hoist her up here into a power-on position and seat her up on the top rope. And Lash now could be out cold here. If Stratton connects with something big here, this one could be over. And Stratton now with a huge superplex off the top. And Stratton now Dragging Last Legend into the corner here. Looking to put this one away here. Stratton now. Looking for the prettiest moonsault ever. And connects with it. And Stratton gets the victory. Puts away Last Legend, who, well, on the first night here on SmackDown, has made a name for herself, holding her own with Tiffany Stratton. And maybe some gold is in the future of Last Legend, but maybe not World Championship gold. Maybe the IC Championship could be in the future of Last Legend, who, well, the champion is currently Jade Cargill, so that's going to be a tough task for her. But that could be a dream match. Legend v Jade Cargill, that would be a great match between those two for that championship with Stratton here tonight. Keeps TV time on clock and stays ahead of the division. Just one step behind Liv Morgan, who is the champion, who at any point could be cashed in on. So Liv Morgan will be defending the championship in the near future, maybe outside of this main event, but definitely will be defending it at SummerSlam, and maybe Stratton could cash in on that night. That's what, well, Liv Morgan needs to keep her eyes out on. Obviously, she needs to, well, keep the threat of everyone else in the division that's coming for her top spot with the championship. But tonight, Last Legend here on a debut on Friday Night SmackDown on the main roster in WWE. So we'll be competing across Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. Held her own here with Stratton, but there's the prettiest move ever that got the job done. And Stratton picks up the victory to kick off SmackDown here tonight. And well, after that great match, seeing Tiffany Stratton, Miss Money in the Bank, get the victory, we turn our attention to Miz TV, which is going to be hosted by, also the host Miz, here tonight here on SmackDown. And I believe, well, we're going to find out from the Miz who his guest is. I believe his guest is going to be a very special one. Now, that's what I've been told backstage. And what Miz, you see, coming dressed for the occasion here tonight, as always, the A-list celebrity that he believes he is. He's a multiple-time world champion, a Grand Slam champion, I believe, in WWE. He won the IC Championship on many occasions. A, well, first ballot Hall of Fame. Whether you like his attitude or not, you can't deny the talent and the respect he's earned in this industry. He doesn't get enough, in my opinion. But the Miz here tonight is out here to host Miz TV. We'll find out in a few moments who is going to be, well, welcome into the show. And we're going to find out what the Miz wants to talk about here with his guest in a few moments. And what it seems, the Miz's guest, I believe anyway, for Miz TV is the man we saw a message from on the last SmackDown in Aleister Black, who's making his long-awaited return to WWE, and is, interestingly enough, going to be a guest on Miz TV. So we saw a message from Aleister Black. I recommend you go back and check out the last SmackDown to find out what that message was. It was a very cryptic message, as always, from Aleister Black, but a clear message at the same time. And Aleister Black is back here in WWE. The question is, what is he going to talk about? If he is going to talk anyway, here tonight on Miz TV, he's not a very, well, regular guest you'd expect on something like Miz TV, but let's see what this very interesting show of Miz TV is going to be, or episode of Miz TV, I should say, of Aleister Black being a guest here tonight. So, Aleister, welcome back to WWE and welcome to Miz TV, and I thought I'd give you this opportunity to have a platform to announce what you want to announce. This is a talk show. You're meant to talk. You know, you're meant to say words, and you're meant to tell these people a message that you have. And what Aleister Black and the Miz just kind of starting each other. I don't think Aleister Black has said a word since making his way to the ring. Well, Aleister Black with a black mass out of nowhere to the Miz. And what is your message? And the Miz wanted. And Black now. Well, Miz getting back to his seat, and Black now unleashing a soul, strikes it on the Miz. They're taking down once again with a double knees to the face of a Meteora. Well, Black just calmly in the ring now. Turning the Miz over. And Black now, for a second time, with a Black Mass to the Miz. Well, message delivered with no words by Aleister Black here tonight. And we will continue the action here tonight with Wes Lee in action, who last time we saw him picked up a victory. Wes Lee's been on a rise here in WWE on SmackDown, and tonight is looking to continue that one.
Making his way to the ring from Dayton, Ohio, weighing in at 183 pounds, Wes Lee.
Well, Wes Lee might be looking to maybe get a shot at singles gold here in WWE, or could maybe find a tag team partner to go to tag team gold here in WWE. Obviously coming up from the main roster many months ago now. Has been oppressing on SmackDown in great matchups. And I believe challenged for the United States Championship, or been close to challenging for the United States Championship at one point. But he's had some great matches with Kofi Kingston and many others on SmackDown here. And tonight Wes Lee will be taking on Damien Priest. I recommend you keep an eye on the community tab here on the channel, as that's where we'll be posting some match cards and some, well, other stuff like to keep an eye on. Just a little bit of a 4-4 break there. Definitely keep an eye on the community tab on this channel, and if you want to keep up to date with everything Universe Mode. And his opponent tonight is Damien Priest. The last time we saw him, lost to Andrade in the number one contendership match for Cody Rhodes' WWE Championship, as Andrade went to Leon France at Backlash and challenged for the title and lost to Cody Rhodes in one hell of a main event. I recommend you check that out.
From New York City, weighing in at 249 pounds, Damien Priest.
Well, Damien Priest in that match with Andrade threw everything he had at Andrade, but somehow Andrade stayed alive in that matchup and got the victory. He just needed it more on that night, I guess. He deserved it and got the victory. But Damien Priest, well, after moving over to SmackDown, after putting away Finn Balor in one hell of a last man standing match and breaking free the Judgment Day and putting that whole drama behind him, as they competed in the Elimination Chamber for WrestleMania, and I believe maybe was not at WrestleMania if I'm not mistaken, or might have been, I'm not too sure, I can't remember now, but he did not win the Elimination Chamber. But Damien Priest is kind of on a losing streak after putting the Judgment Day behind him since moving to SmackDown, so losing to Andrade, and tonight is looking to beat Wes Lee to get back in winning ways, but Wes Lee's going to continue his winning ways here, and this one's going to be one hell of a match between these two. And away we go in this one here, as these two. So Damien Priest with a size advantage here, looking to, or with a spread advantage, we're looking to use the strength here to gain control of that matchup early on Wes Lee. So Wes Lee with the speed advantage and the elevation advantage might be able to get a few moments himself in this one, as Wes Lee now looking to reverse the back hold that Damien Priest has on him, looking for a snapmare takedown here to Damien Priest, as these two now just exchanging holds here to start this one off here. And I think Damien Priest is testing Wes Lee in the opening goes of this one, looking to find out what Wes Lee can do in and out inside this ring here, as Damien Priest now with an arm wrench behind the back here of Wes Lee. And Wes Lee now looking to fight out of this one, as Wes Lee does it with some huge forms to the face of Damien Priest. Rocking Priest now, sends Priest off the ropes, with Priest out of the way with some huge kicks out to the midsection, or to the legs there, sorry. Using the striking background of Damien Priest in this one to gain control of the match, looking for a clap around the ears there. Disorientating Wes Lee, answers back there with a huge forearm. And Wes Lee now spinning around the houses, sending Priest flying there. That's one way to answer back in this matchup here, as Wes Lee places Priest on the ropes there. Wes Lee now knee to the face there, rocking Damien Priest. It could be out cold here, as Wes Lee now mid a rope, looking to fly in with a double knees to the face, dropping him down with a meteor to the, well, from the back there. Innovative offense from Wes Lee, and Priest just about stays alive in this one after that one there. That was smart there from Wes Lee. Sees Damien Priest had his back to him and took the advantage of that situation. That's now off the top rope here, looking for Wes Lee, looking for a crossbody frog splash there, but no one was home. As Priest sidesteps it now, driving him face first in the ring there. I think for Priest to get back to his winning ways, I think we need to see Priest return to the Punisher that he used to be at the start of the days in the Judgment Day. I think since we're leaving the Judgment Day, we're seeing more of a nice guy version of Damien Priest. That I think has been, we're kind of a downfall of Damien Priest in a way. As well as with a huge combination there, but gets the shoulders up there was Damien Priest. As well, Priest is rocked in this one. Wes Lee is holding his own here, looking for a huge forearm strike, but no one was so much. Priest answers now with some huge strikes of his own here with some kicks, and now a huge forearm strike, rocking Wes Lee. Now a kick here to the lower back, as Damien Priest gains control of this one. As Priest now off the ropes ascending, Wes Lee catches him there, and Wes Lee now kick to the midsection, and for a double underhook, sit out powerbomb, impressive strength there. But Damien Priest stays alive in this one. And Wes Lee looking for the knee drop, but Priest out of the way there. And Priest catches him. A huge one-handed flapjack there. And Wes Lee is rocked after that one there, definitely. And Priest now in the corner. Caught by Wes Lee, who on the ropes there again. With a huge, well, Wes Lee might have Damien Priest's number here tonight, as Wes Lee looking for a moonsault, but no one was hoping there's a super kick by Damien Priest. It's just using this striking game. It's been a bit of slow, methodical match here from Damien Priest. As Priest now hoists up Wes Lee here. And Wes Lee answers, well, slips at the back there. Kick to the midsection, looking for a Canadian destroyer. And to put away Damien Priest there. But Damien kicks out. It's a cardiac kick kid here. Wes Lee is holding his own, similar to Wes Lee, similar to the last session did with Tiffany Stratton earlier tonight. As Wes Lee now looking for the cardiac kick here. If he connects with it, this one could be over. The cardiac kick connects. Priest crumbles to the mat. Well, Priest of rope break saves himself there. Wes Lee may have got the job done if it wasn't for rope break. Wes Lee needs to just stay focused in this one. As Wes Lee now caught by Damien Priest this time, no. As Priest now answers with that, we're looking for that huge clothesline, but Priest, I think Damien Priest misjudged the distance between those two there. As Priest fling around nearby. But Wes Lee, as he's seen now picking up the pace in this one. As Priest now, I think, getting frustrated. But Wes Lee keeps having an answer to anything Damien Priest tries here so far in this one. As Wes Lee again with a counter. As well, that's not where Damien Priest wants to be. As, well, cardiac, what might be thinking cardiac kick for a second time there, but no, but the reverse there by Damien Priest. As Priest now looking for the tombstone. Slam here. Into the cover now. But Wes Lee gets his shoulders up here, and while Damien Priest is growing more and more frustrated as this match goes on. As Wes Lee now hoisted up and dropped down by Damien Priest. Is now in control of this matchup once again here. It's been a great showcase by Wes Lee here tonight. We're not seeing the best of Damien Priest. Maybe he's losing some confidence. Is now just driving a forearm into the face and screaming and trash talking Wes Lee. As Wes Lee now answers back here. Shows the heart, shows the resilience. Now looking for a Shining Wizard, but Priest doesn't block though, sorry. I thought Priest was just waiting to block that one, but couldn't do so. As Priest now kicked to the back of the leg there. And Priest with a clothesline, almost decapitating Wes Lee there. As Priest now with some elbows to the back here. Off Wes Lee, just looking to rock and drop into the mat here. And he did exactly that. As Wes Lee and Priest now looking for this record lariat, but no one was home for that one. But Priest, once again, when he experienced it, able to get a reversal, but that could have been, or if Wes Lee connected with what he wanted to connect with. As Wes Lee now going to the corner here, looking to fly him with the accent of what Damien Priest out of the way. Priest now, but then he's in the midsection once again hit Priest. Just using that frustration. It's Priest now driving in first into the corner. That's Damien Priest now. Once again drives Wes Lee face first to the turnbuckle pad. They're busting him open in the process. And Priest just, well, maybe signaling the beginning of the end of this one. But Wes Lee was dropped to the mat there after that huge right hand by Damien Priest. As Priest now might think it's sat for heaven to put this one away here. As Priest now looking for sat for heaven. But Wes Lee with an elbow. And Wes Lee now got a small package roll up here looking to steal it and beat Damien Priest. And Wes Lee does so. And well, Damien Priest can't believe it. But Wes Lee gets a big victory over Damien Priest. That was a great matchup between these two. Well, Damien Priest, I think, is lacking that confidence that he used to have. After losing to Andrade in that big matchup before Backlash, and after losing tonight, maybe Damien Priest needs to go back to the drawing board, but we're seeing the rise of Wes Lee here on SmackDown. 2 back-to-back wins for him. And it was a great matchup between these two. Wes Lee just had the number of Damien Priest tonight. Damien Priest cannot be mad. He cannot be upset. He cannot believe Wes Lee did not deserve the victory. He didn't bring his best when he needed it. He looked a little bit slow, a little bit uninspired in the ring, a little bit just lacking confidence maybe. But Wes Lee, after being busted open up by Damien Priest here, you can see here Damien Priest a little bit just hesitant to follow through. After digging a forearm into the face of Wes Lee, he backed off and didn't follow through. But Wes Lee, right here, with a small package roll up, managed to, well, in a way, steal the victory, but he deserves the victory. And well, Damien Priest is furious that he lost, but Wes Lee deserved the victory. It was a clean 3 count. It's a big victory for Wes Lee here tonight. And Priest has got no one to blame but himself. Hey Miz, before you run off, what happened out there? What happened between you and Black? Because that was weird. First of all, Baron, I'm not running away, so whoever told you that I'm running away, I'm not. I'm going home. I've got stuff that I need to be home for, unlike you. But I don't know what happened out there. He disrespected me. That's what happened. He disrespected me. I gave him an opportunity to win a most must-see show in all of WWE, Miz TV, to announce himself back to WWE in this return to WWE. And what does he do? He kicks me in the face not once, but twice. So what you know what's going to happen? I'm going to teach him a little bit of respect. I'm gonna leave now. Santos, I've been looking for you all night, and I want to talk to you about something. What you've been doing the past couple of weeks with attacking Rey Fenix isn't going to stand around here. So next week on SmackDown, after Saturday's main event, you're going to face him in a no DQ match. Just you and him, no interference. You got it? And well, it's time for our main event, and as we heard earlier tonight, the winner of this will face Cody Rhodes at Saturday night's main event, and out first is Dragon Lee.
Making his way to the ring, representing the LWO from Tallahassee, Mexico, weighing in at 165 pounds, Dragon Lee!
Well, Dragon Lee getting a big opportunity here tonight, and if he wins, he goes on to face Cody Rhodes at Saturday night's main event for the undisputed WWE Championship. But as we know, to do that, he has to face the Tribal Chief in Solo Sikoa here tonight in the main event. If he does beat Solo, he heads to Saturday night's main event. If not, then Solo gets a shot at Cody Rhodes and the undisputed WWE Championship. And Cody Rhodes is not far from, after just defending the title at Backlash against Andrade in one hell of a match. So Cody Rhodes is not going to be 100% heading into the match at Saturday night's main event, but we know Cody Rhodes is not going to back down from a fight. He wants to be a fighting champion. He wants to show why he is the champion. But let's get Solo out here and get this match up underway here in a second. And here comes the Tribal Chief. And when he defeated Roman Reigns in that hellacious Hell in a Cell match all the way back at Bad Blood, I recommend you check it out. It was a great match between the two, and Solo shot to the world by defeating Roman Reigns, who was then the champion, and won the right to be called the Tribal Chief.
Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 250 pounds, Sikoa.
And well, like Soda said earlier tonight, Cody Rhodes should in a way be thanking Soda Sikoa and Jacob Fatu for what they did leading up to WrestleMania. Obviously, Jacob Fatu took out the wise man Paul Heyman. We haven't seen him since. Soda Sikoa beat Roman Reigns at Bad Blood and left him beaten, battered and bruised, heading towards WrestleMania, where he didn't have a tribe anymore. He was no longer part of the bloodline. He was no longer the tribal chief. All he had was the Undisputed Championship. No wise man. That's all he had. And heading into WrestleMania, he was the weakest he has ever been in many years, like Cody Rhodes said. But I also made Roman Reigns the most dangerous he had ever been in a way. But Cody Rhodes overcame the challenge at WrestleMania, defeated Roman Reigns for the championship, and since then has been a great champion, defending it for the first time against Andrade at Backlash about a week ago or so. And Solo's tonight is looking to get what he believes he is owed and a shot at that championship. So in Solo's eyes, and in some people's eyes, you could agree with this, like Cody Rhodes would not be the champion if Solo didn't do what he did, didn't defect from the bloodline with The Rock and the rest of them, and leave Roman Reigns by himself. Let's get this one underway. The main event, Dragon Lee versus Solo Sikoa. And as mentioned, the winner will face Cody Rhodes for the Undisputed Championship. And Dragon Lee here is not backing down from the fight. There's a smart from Dragon Lee here to go after the base of Solo, look for the super kick, but Solo Sikoa, no stranger to them, as Dragon Lee now using the speed here. As Dragon Lee with a drop kick takes on Solo Sikoa here, using the speed and the athleticism advantage he has us over Solo Sikoa here tonight. As Dragon Lee so far, as Dragon Lee now snap near, looking to go after Rhodes, so looking for a penalty kick here to Solo, but Solo out of the way, rolls over. Dragon Lee rolls through, and a right hand to the face there by Solo. That's one way to gain control there. Might knock a few teeth loose, as Dragon Lee answers back there with a forearm to the head, and there's a Hurricane Rod to take down there. Well, like I said, no bloodline joining Solo at ringside is interesting. We know Jacob Fatu is here tonight. We saw him earlier tonight. Or maybe Solo wants to get some experience fighting by himself, or believes that he doesn't need the bloodline to get the opportunity. Dragon Lee here is not shying away from this one as an inverted poison rod into Solo Sikoa. But Solo kicks out at 2 there, because Cody Rhodes said that if you do win here tonight, if you do get the opportunity to face me outside of this main event, it's going to be a one-on-one match with no bloodline at ringside. And Dragon Lee looking for another Hurricane Runner, but Solo with the power catches him, and a powerbomb there by Solo Sikoa there. And Solo now back in control of the back there. That's one way to ground the luchador. There's a huge lariat there, almost decapitating Dragon Lee in the process. And Solo back in control again here. With a punch there to the midsection. And Solo here voice up Dragon Lee looking for a Samoan drop, but Dragon Lee out of the way here. Dragon Lee now with a super kick right to the jaw. As Dragon Lee now going to the top rope. Might be thinking about putting this on away with a huge splash, but Solo out of the way. And Solo with a huge back heel kick. And Solo is not looking as composed as we thought we would see him here tonight. What it has been many months since Solo Sikoa has been in action. The last time he was in action was when he did defeat Roman Reigns at Bad Blood. So that could be why. But it also could be the incredible ability of Dragon Lee inside the ring. As Dragon Lee now catches him here. Dragon Lee with a back over there. And Lee now with a huge knee strike there. And Solo Sikoa could be out cold here to head to Saturday night's main event. But Solo just kicks out there. Well, Cody Rhodes is going to be laughing backstage at the way that Solo Sikoa came out with all the confidence and everything earlier tonight, and right now is not showing, we're not backing it up inside the ring here. Solo now with a huge lariat again there. Just grinding the luchador now, and there's the leg drop to the face. And another leg drop here to Dragon Lee. Solo now just using his weight and the size advantage. Solo now returning again to these huge knees to the midsection of the luchador. And that is smartly from Solo. Just going after the midsection, looking to drive with the air at the lungs of Dragon Lee. Now Solo into the corner with Dragon Lee here. Solo now driving his shoulders into the midsection here. And with Solo flying with a huge running hip attack into the corner. Into the cover now. But Dragon Lee stays in it. And Solo saying that should have been a 3 count there to the referee, Charles Robinson, but that was a clean 2 count there. And Solo now for a snap suplex, but Dragon Lee slips at the back there. And a chop block there to Solo Sikoa. That's Dragon Lee now. What's the figure there? Dragon Lee kick to the midsection. Looking for a Canadian destroyer, but there's a huge big back body drop there. But Dragon Lee back in it here. And Dragon Lee with some huge chops. Now running with a Hurricane Rana again, taken down Solo Sikoa. And once again returning to the top rope here is Dragon Lee. And this time, double foot stomp into the cover. But Solo again stays alive in it. Well, Dragon Lee looking impressive in this one so far. Showing why he's been given this opportunity here tonight. Solo catches the kick there, those huge 2 shots to the face. And Solo, some huge chops of his own there. Sends Dragon Lee off the ropes here. Looking to rebound him. Catches him, no. It's Dragon Lee with some huge punches to the face. And Dragon Lee fires some drop kick again. They're taking down Solo. This has been a great performance so far by Dragon Lee, who could shot in the wall here tonight and defeat Solo Sikoa and earn himself a big opportunity at the Undisputed WWE Championship. And more, Dragon Lee is looking to fly here. And Dragon Lee now looking to fly through the ropes with a suicide dive there, taking out Solo Sikoa. Well, Solo's in a bad way here. Solo's rocked here, Dragon Lee now sending Solo back inside the ring here. That's Dragon Lee now. Dragon Lee in control. Might be thinking about the knee strike again, but changes his mind this time. That's Dragon Lee now. Turns Solo Sikoa over here. That's Dragon Lee now looking for a huge powerbomb to Solo. And a huge knee strike. And Dragon Lee looking to put this one away here. Looking for Operation Dragon. But Solo just got the shoulders up. I know, you knew this was going to happen eventually. The bloodline getting involved with Tonga Loa now. Perhaps getting involved in this one. And well, it's just a distraction. And while Dragon Lee has fallen hook, line and sinker for it, and Solo with a Samoan spike. But Solo's not done there. And Solo now looking to repeatedly stab Dragon Lee in the throat here with more Samoan spikes here. What Dragon Lee's done. But Solo isn't. And Solo now with one more Samoan spike with authority. And with help from the bloodline, Solo will be facing Cody Rhodes at Saturday night's main event for the Undisputed WWE Championship. And Dragon Lee was moments away from getting this one done as he hit Operation Dragon. And I've been thinking about it for a second time. But then Tonga Loa's music played. And Dragon Lee got distracted by that, expecting a bloodline interference by someone at ringside coming down to attack Dragon Lee. But instead it was all just mind games and a distraction played by someone possibly pushing buttons backstage. And Solo took the opportunity to hit this one with spike to ground Dragon Lee. Then hit repeated Samoan spikes while Dragon Lee was down on the ground. And at that point it was done. But Solo Sikoa picked him back up and lifted him up in the air by the throat and hit an emphatic Samoan spike to end it. And right here, this combination for Dragon Lee almost got a drop to the 2.99 count as a huge knee shot there to the powerbomb, followed through by Operation Dragon But after the first one spike and the second repeated ones, this was the final blow. And Solo is headed to the Saturday Night's main event to face Cody Rhodes for the Undisputed Championship.
Here's your winner,
And could he be walking out Undisputed Champion, as well as the Tribal Chief, to cement himself well and truly at the top of things here in WWE? We'll find out tomorrow.